Alright, so we actually only have 2 hours, about 2 hours left in the new Ancient Inheritance season, which is what they say is a beta, so I guess they're going to make a lot of changes. And let's just actually talk about this new Ancient Inheritance. I think there's a lot of good things, but there's also a lot of bad things. Now, the biggest thing that actually got changed is going to be how you actually level your characters. Instead of by class here, it's actually going to be by element, which is very similar to Rift, right? You can actually just stack one element or two elements. As you guys can see here, I stacked mostly fire. And the way you actually level your characters isn't actually going to be from exploration level. It's actually going to be from actually killing monsters. So for example here, if I kill this fire monster, I'll get the advantageous element against fire experience, and that'll be for ice, right? So the way I actually farmed all these fire points here is actually going to be from fighting earth monsters. So you can see around the map here, there's some earth monsters. So if you want to level up a certain element, you have to defeat the respective element that the element that you want to level is strong against. And another earth element will be here. Now, there comes a big problem though, because these monsters are limited and it's shared. So everyone in your guild can actually see them. You can see one of these earth monsters here is actually weakened to half health. Every battle you do, you'll get extra experience, by the way. And it's not even me that attacked it. So you can see people in your guild are actually competing against each other for certain elements. You can see some people here who have been playing since day one. At the top of the list here have 2 elements maxed out, maybe even 3. Or if you scroll down here, you're going to see people that are struggling to actually do anything. And I think the biggest problem with the current Ancient Inheritance season is if you start late or you fall behind, it's actually impossible to catch back up, especially if you're progressing through these zones. So in the map here, it goes up to zone 3. There is only a portal to the next zone. There's not a portal to the last zone. I think that needs to be in the game, because if you actually get to the next zone very quickly, you're going to actually find that you cannot level your characters. The lowest monster on zone 3 is level 7 and you start at level 1. So you are in quite of a pickle if you go to the next zone too quickly, which I think a lot of players did, especially ones that started later, because they kind of want to catch up with the guild and kind of participate, right? And not be alone on the floor where there's no bosses. So if you actually go through the zones too quickly, you might end up like one of these players down here, where you're actually soft locked. You actually can't progress through the game because the only way you get experience is by winning the battle. If I battle something here, I actually lose this battle against this fire monster, I won't get any ice experience. You actually have to win battles, which is pretty unfortunate. It just makes it unfair. Now, I think they did this to stop the amount of people that just go through and just open every chest, because to open chests now, you need these keys, and to get keys, you actually have to participate in these battles and win. The thing is, if you can't even participate in the battles and participate at all, then what really is the point? I think the biggest solution to this would be actually making either monsters more available, or making it personalized, so you only you can see like damaged monsters, if that makes sense. So maybe there will be shared monsters but also personalized monsters, right? Shared monsters can be maybe like a purple icon below them or something, like a hex, purple hex here, and then individual ones can be like the regular ones, because some people just go through snipe all these monsters even though you're on the same side, because if you progress very, very fast, you will get to actually open all these chests, get way more rewards. So it actually rewards people who just do it as soon as they can, which seems a little bit unfair. It might cause some rifts in your guild, probably not, because it's not that big of a deal, but you're just going to see that there is a big disparity between the resources you can actually get because of this. Also, another big problem is going to be the shop. So if we look at the shop here, yeah, it's all bought out. I actually stopped playing Ancient Inheritance about a week ago because I've just been capped. In the past, these lesser artifact charms, it was unlimited. So you can just get a ton of artifact charms from Ancient Inheritance. That was honestly one of the biggest reasons why everyone loved it. It was the time to actually get all of your artifact charms. But now, because everything is limited, the only thing you can get is gold. And it's not even that much gold. It's 10k gold for 50. And you get these currencies in quite a large amount. I'd say like 200 per battle you do, 40k per battle you do, where you can't even, background battle. It's going to take like, what, 5 minutes maybe? That's like the same as like one hunt or one rift. So it's not really worth your time unless you have a ton of time on your hands, which not everyone does, which makes it very annoying. Also, because you can only get these from chests and from killing monsters, you're going to find that if you fall behind an Ancient Inheritance like some of the people in my guild did, you will not be able to buy out the shop. There's people in my guild Discord that are saying they can't even buy out the shop because they fell behind. They can't even get any points because they can't go to the next zone. So you'll see there's so many people just capped on their expiration provisions here just because, yeah, they can't actually do anything. So I think there's a big problem. But besides that, I think there's a lot of good things too. I think this definitely made it so next time it comes around, everyone will play more. Also, the rewards, I don't want to say they're better. I think they're a little bit worse actually. But the rewards definitely seem to come faster because there's only 3 zones now. But yeah, honestly, I think the Ancient Inheritance season was mostly bad. There's so much moving around you have to do. The bosses spawn in weird places. There's not enough of these teleport things on the map. I think there's only 2 on this map, right? If we look, there is one down here and one up here somewhere, right? So there's only 2 at the north and south ends. There should be like another one here and another one on the west and east end because there's so much moving you have to do, which makes it very annoying. So I think those changes definitely need to be in effect. And yeah, there definitely needs to be a change with the element system and how the leveling works because there is a viable strategy. Honestly, I think the best combination is you get fire and you get dark, and you basically just get Fire Ravi here to solo everything. I actually used it earlier, so Fire Ravi can literally solo all the NPC battles, the boss fights. She's very good in, and Apoc Ravi as well, the ML version, is very good in those boss fights as well. On that note, I think Smilegate did a good job with the boss fights. They're not as annoying as before. Before, like, there's so many specific units you needed. But now it seems like the bosses are a lot more generalized. You can bring a lot more team comps into it. Obviously, there still will be some ideal comps, but I think this Ancient Inheritance season kind of opened up the playing field to a lot more other units. But yeah, I think overall, just a season. Nothing too great, nothing too bad. Honestly, I kind of prefer the season before because you would get way more of these artifact charms in the past. But hopefully Smilegate does take this feedback and improve on it. I think the sets this time are very good. Speed set, always going to be very nice. I really wish they add more of these. They give you 6 of these 88 pieces, right? 3 from the shop and then 3 from the main reward. But they only give you or allow you to get 1 of these Restoration Mana Stones. I think they should give you like 2, to be honest, because out of the 6 pieces, you're definitely going to roll less than average on 3 of them at least. It just makes sense, right? Because average is the middle. So having 2 would be very nice. You know, obviously 3 is a long stretch, but I think 1 is just too little. But overall, I think they just need to tackle how you know, this leveling works. They should definitely allow you to go back to previous zones. They should separate some spawns, and I think maybe even give you some experience for walking around. So if you do progress too fastly into the next zones, you can actually knock it soft locked like half of my guild. Because I'm not even kidding. This Ancient Inheritance season, like, everyone wanted to participate, but literally half of my guild just ended up carrying, and the other half just can't do anything. Yeah, like I said, there's some people who can't get the gear, and they're very upset about it. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this Ancient Inheritance season. I think I covered pretty much everything. If there's anything you want to say about the Ancient Inheritance season, or think it's better than I'm saying, or worse than I'm saying, let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys next video.